Developing now, President Trump confirms the military is weighing, quote, strong options for Iran, while deadly protests there keep growing.
U.S.-based activists say more than 500 people have been killed during these protests so far. The president now warning the U.S. could step in. CBS News reports the Trump administration also set to meet with Danish officials this week as talks continue about requiring Greenland.
And back in D.C., Federal Reserve Chair Jerome Powell says the Justice Department has sent grand jury subpoenas to the Federal Reserve, raising the threat of criminal charges. Bradley Blackburn has more.
We're looking at some very strong options.
President Trump says he's weighing possible military strikes and other options against Iran, days after he warned the U.S. would get involved if Iran killed anti-government protesters.
Iran wants to negotiate. A meeting is being set up, but we may have to act because of what's happening before the meeting.
U.S. activists say more than 500 protesters have been killed in the violence surrounding the demonstrations. An Iranian lawmaker has threatened to retaliate against U.S. military assets in the region if the U.S. strikes.
If they do that, we will hit them at levels that they've never been hit before.
This, as diplomatic sources say, U.S. and Danish officials are expected to meet Wednesday to discuss President Trump's push to acquire Greenland from Denmark.
I'd love to make a deal with them. It's easier. But one way or the other, we're going to have Greenland.
Meanwhile, Federal Reserve Chairman Jerome Powell says he's the target of a federal investigation.
The threat of criminal charges is a consequence of the Federal Reserve setting interest rates based on our best assessment of what will serve the public, rather than following the preferences of the president.
President Trump has repeatedly slammed his own Fed chair pick, frustrated the Fed board hasn't lowered interest rates as fast as he wants.
He's a fool. He's a stupid man.
Powell says the DOJ probe is tied to congressional testimony he gave last summer regarding a massive Fed buildings renovation project that even he acknowledges has exceeded initial estimates. Bradley Blackburn, CBS News, New York.